Hey people, it's the Book Pixie, and today we're going to be exploring Lord of the Flies by William Golding. Make sure you have a pen and some paper for today's lesson. You may also want to have your copy of Lord of the Flies to hand. So, first, let's quickly go over what we'll be learning today. By the end of today's lesson, you will be able to understand the key themes in Lord of the Flies, analyse and discuss the characters in the novel, identify and interpret important quotations from the book, and also apply critical thinking skills by completing a Pixie pop quiz. Let's first begin with a brief Pixie overview of the book. Lord of the Flies tells the story of a group of British boys stranded on a deserted island after a plane crash. They attempt to govern themselves with disastrous results, revealing the darker aspects of human nature. The narrative delves into themes of civilization versus savagery, power, as well as the loss of innocence. So now that I've explained what the story is about, let's dive into some of the main characters in the book. First, we have Ralph. Ralph is elected as the leader of the boys on the island due to his charismatic demeanour and commitment to order. Initially, he strives to establish rules and maintain a signal fire to attract rescuers. However, his leadership is challenged by Jack's growing influence and the boys' descent into savagery. Ralph ultimately struggles to uphold morality and civilization amidst the chaos. We then have Jack, who is the antagonist of the novel, representing the primal instincts of savagery and the desire for power. Initially, he serves as the leader of the choir boys and hunts for food on the island. However, as the story progresses, Jack's obsession with hunting and dominance leads to the formation of a rival tribe and violent clashes with Ralph's group, culminating in tragedy and loss. Piggy is also a super important character. Piggy is an overweight, asthmatic boy who possesses a keen intellect and wears glasses. Despite his physical limitations and social marginalization, Piggy serves as Ralph's closest advisor, providing rational insights and moral guidance. Tragically, Piggy becomes a victim of Jack's brutality, symbolizing the destruction of reason and civilization in the face of unchecked savagery. And finally, there's Simon. Simon is a sensitive and spiritual boy who retreats into the jungle to find solace and understanding. He experiences mystical encounters with the Lords of the Flies and uncovers the truth about the beast, realizing that it exists within each of them. Tragically, Simon is mistaken for the beast during a frenzied dance and killed by the other boys, symbolizing the loss of innocence and the triumph of darkness on the island. There are some really important themes in the story, and we will now go over some of these key themes. The first is civilization versus savagery. This theme explores the conflict between order and chaos, as the boys' descent into savagery challenges the principles of civilization. Listen carefully to the following quotation from the book. "The world, that understandable and lawful world, was slipping away." This quotation reflects the gradual breakdown of order and the erosion of societal norms on the island. Initially, the boys cling to the familiar world of rules and structure, but as their situation deteriorates, the constraints of civilizations slip away. The quote illustrates the unsettling realization that the stability they once knew is fading, replaced by primal instincts and chaos. Another really important theme in the book is loss of innocence. This story illustrates the gradual erosion of the boys' innocence as they confront the harsh realities of survival, revealing the darkness inherent in human nature. The following quotation emphasizes this well. "They accepted the pleasures of morning, the bright sun, the whelming sea and sweet air, as a time when play was good and life so full that hope was not necessary." Here, the boys initially embraced the idyllic aspects of their surroundings, finding solace in the simplicity of nature. It reflects their innocence and optimism, depicting a time when they are untouched by fear or despair. However, as the story progresses, This innocence fades as they confront the harsh realities of their situation, ultimately losing their sense of hope and security. Power is also an important theme in Lord of the Flies. The dynamics of power and authority highlights the desire for dominance and how that can lead to corruption and conflict within a group. The following quote demonstrates this theme in the book. "We don't need the conch anymore. We know who ought to say things." This quotation signifies a pivotal moment in the power struggle between Ralph and Jack. It illustrates Jack's rejection of democratic principles and his assertion of dominance over the group. By dismissing the conch, a symbol of order and authority, Jack reveals his desire to control the narrative and dictate the group's actions. It highlights how the quest for power can lead to the erosion of democratic ideals and the breakdown of social order. I wanted to share a few more quotations with you all that further speaks to the story's themes and that are really important to know. Maybe there is a beast, maybe it's only us. This quote suggests a profound realization among the boys that the true source of fear and savagery may reside within themselves rather than an external monster. It reflects the novel's theme of the innate darkness within humanity and the capacity for evil that exists within each individual. It underscores the idea that the greatest threats often come from within, echoing the timeless struggle between civilization and savagery. What are we? Humans or animals or savages? This quote encapsulates the existential crisis faced by the characters as they grapple with their own humanity amidst the chaos of the island. It reflects the overarching theme of the novel, questioning the fundamental nature of human beings and their capacity for both civilized behaviour and primitive savagery. It prompts introspection about the thin line between civilization and barbarism, highlighting the delicate balance within each individual. The thing is, fear can't hurt you any more than a dream. This quote captures the paradoxical nature of fear and its power over the human psyche. It suggests that fear itself is a construct of the mind, akin to a dream, and holds no physical threat. Yet, it also implies that fear's impact lies in its psychological influence, shaping individuals' actions and perceptions, ultimately revealing the profound complexities of human psychology amidst adversity. Now that we have learned what the book is about, discussed the main characters, and analysed the book's key themes, let's test our knowledge with a Pixie Pop quiz. The 3 questions you will be answering are: what does the conch represent in Lord of the Flies, and why is it significant when Jack says, "We don't need the conch anymore"? How does Piggy contribute to the group's survival on the island, and what does he symbolise in the story? And finally, why is Simon considered a significant character in Lord of the Flies, and what does his fate reveal about the themes of the novel? Now, take a few minutes to answer these questions. Try to add as much detail to your answers as you can. Good luck, and I'll check back with you in a few. Okay, time's up. Let's go over the answers to these questions. So, question 1 was, what does the conch represent in Lord of the Flies, and why is it significant when Jack says, "We don't need the conch anymore"? So, here's the answer. In Lord of the Flies, the conch represents order, democracy, and civilized behaviour. When Jack declares, "We don't need the conch anymore," it signifies his rejection of these principles in favour of his own authority. This moment marks a turning point in the power struggle between Ralph and Jack, foreshadowing the descent into savagery and the breakdown of societal norms on the island. Right, Question 2. How does Piggy contribute to the group's survival on the island, and what does he symbolize in the story? Piggy contributes to the group's survival through his intelligence, rational thinking, and his ability to maintain the fire. He symbolizes reason, logic, and the fragile remnants of civilization amidst chaos. Despite his marginalization by the others, Piggy's insights and knowledge serve as a crucial element in their struggle for survival, highlighting the importance of intellect and order in the face of barbarism. Finally, question 3, which was, why is Simon considered a significant character in Lord of the Flies, and what does his fate reveal about the themes of the novel? Simon is significant in Lord of the Flies as he represents goodness, spirituality, and innate morality. His fate, a tragic death at the hands of the other boys, underscores the brutality and darkness within humanity. Simon's murder reveals the consequences of unchecked savagery and the loss of innocence, emphasizing the novel's themes of the inherent struggle between civilization and primal instincts. And that's it. You finished the Pixie Pop quiz. Well done. As we are coming to the end of our lesson, let's review what we learned today. We have understood the key themes in Lord of the Flies. We have analysed and discussed the characters in the novel. We have identified and interpreted important quotations from the book, and we have applied critical thinking skills by completing a Pixie Pop quiz. Way to go! Just before you go, here are a few things you can do to become an Lord of the Flies expert. First, you can engage in group discussions to analyse characters, themes, and plot points. Secondly, be creative. Write alternative endings, character diaries, or essays exploring the novel's themes. And finally, research. You can investigate historical events or psychological theories that parallel the themes in Lord of the Flies. I hope you enjoyed today's lesson and now have a better understanding of Lord of the Flies. Thanks for watching and see you next time.